In this video, we will demonstrate how to build and configure the Contact and Staff page type, then how to add the page type to a Contacts and Staff widget. Here is an example of a pre-built Contacts and Staff widget. The Contact and Staff page type allows the club to generate an organized, aesthetically pleasing page of contacts displayed in a full card, card view, or list view. The view you see on the screen right now is a card view. Once a Contact and Staff page type has been created, it can be added to the Contacts and Staff widget and set to display the full directory, department, or individual personnel. Right now we can see the full directory. Phone numbers and email addresses will automatically be hyperlinked within the widget. Creating a Contact and Staff widget is a two-step process. The first step is to create the page type, and the second step is to connect the page type to the widget. So let's start by making the page type. The first thing to do is select where on the content tree you'd like to add the Contact and Staff page type. The best option is to add the Contact and Staff page type as a child page. And note that this page type will not appear on the club site and will be hidden from the navigation by default. Once the Contact and Staff page is configured, it will then be added to the Contacts and Staff widget. So we're going to go ahead and add our page type under About Us. So I'm selected on the page, I'm going to click that plus sign, and select our Contact and Staff page type. The Contact and Staff page type is built through 3 levels, and the first level is to start with the actual name of your page. So this one, I'm going to go ahead and call it my staff directory. Then go ahead and click Save. Note that if the full directory selection type is chosen in the Contacts and Staff widget, the Contact and Staff page name that you see here will appear in the list of Contact and Staff pages that are available to be added to the widget. Now that we have our landing page, we're going to go ahead and add our categories. We can do so by being selected on our staff directory and clicking that plus sign and adding a Contact and Staff category. So like with our landing page, go ahead and give your category a name. This one will be our office staff. Now note that if the department selection type is chosen in the Contacts and Staff widget, the category name that we see here will appear in the selection list of available departments. If you do have additional departments that you'd like to make, you can go ahead and actually click that Save and Create Another button, which will allow you to keep your current entry, but also create another one. So let's save and create another, and this one is going to be our food and beverage. If that is your final department, you can go ahead and click Save. Now that we have our departments, we can go ahead and add each individual staff entry. I'm going to do so under our office staff. We're once again going to click that plus sign, and this time we're going to choose the Contact and Staff entry. All of the fields on this screen are optional, however the name is required in order to save this page. If you like, you can include an image for this contact by clicking Select. Just make sure we're over on the Media Libraries tab, and go ahead and locate your image. So this I can find in my images, and I'm just going to search for my image. So I'll just select that image and click Select. Then we want to make sure again that we add a name for this entry, and all your other fields are optional. So for example, the title, we can add our phone number, and our email address. And just a friendly reminder that your phone number and email address will be automatically hyperlinked within the widget for you. Once you've entered all your fields, you can go ahead and click Save and Create Another if you want to add additional staff entries. Or if you're done adding all your entries, go ahead and click Save. To edit a department name or individual contact information, make sure you are on the Form tab for the page. Each new contact will automatically appear at the bottom of the list of the Contact and Staff category page in the content tree. To rearrange the order of the Contact and Staff entries, select an individual's name and use the up and down arrows located above the content tree. Now that we've created our Contact and Staff page type, we can go ahead and create our Contacts and Staff widget. So I'm going to navigate over to our existing staff directory page. Just make sure I'm on the Page tab. When creating the Contacts and Staff widget, we can either add it to a large or a small content block. So we're going to add it to our large content block. Clicking the hamburger menu and Add New Widget, select our Contacts and Staff widget, and click Select. Any field marked with a red asterisk is required to be completed before we can save our widget. So let's go ahead and configure our Contacts and Staff widget. The first thing you can start with is the theme of your widget. You can choose between one of 3 custom themes that have been applied to the website. Next is your selection type. Using the drop-down, choose a selection type, and the selection type will dictate what options will be available to choose from within the path. The full directory will display the full directory, department will display a specific department, and personnel will display a specific individual personnel. So we're going to go ahead and choose the full directory. Next, you want to go ahead and choose your path by clicking Select. From here, you can choose the full directory, specific department, or individual personnel dependent on the selection type you chose. Just a reminder that the Contact and Staff page type must already be built in order for us to add it to the widget. So for example, since we chose the full directory, we can now see any existing Contact and Staff directories. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the new staff directory we created. The last step is to choose your layout option using the layout dropdown. Choose a layout which will display the following details if they were configured in the Contact and Staff page type selected. We have full card, which will display an image, title, contact details, and description. Card view, which will display an image, title, and contact details. And list view, which will display a title and contact details. Once all applicable fields have been configured, go ahead and click Save and Close to save your widget. And don't forget to go ahead and save your page. Then if we scroll down, we can see the start of our Contacts and Staff widget.